Hello Cancer, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting August 14th, 2017. And a quick reminder for all you Cancers out there, remember if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. There's a self-schedule app available on the website there. It's already built in, so we don't have to worry about time zone conversions or anything like that. And it's also the same place you would go to get a copy of the Tarot Home Study course, which you can study tarot and learn tarot at your own time, on your own place, at your own pace, in your own space, is what I meant to say. So again, integrativemysticism.com, it's all over. So what's going on with your astrology this week anyway, Cancer? Well, this week we've got, it's all about Venus. It's all about Venus. On Tuesday, Venus is in your sign and making an opposition to Pluto, currently retrograde, in your 7th house of closest one-on-one relationships. Those are your BFF, boyfriend, girlfriend, business partner, husband, wife, roommates, and all those kinds of, closest one-on-one encounters and ties and all of those things. And when Venus and Pluto get into an opposition, we do tend to see some jealousy come up and some envy come up. And this may actually not be like in a scandalous way. This could actually show up where a person, for whatever reason in the relationship, can't be happy for another person. This is something that with Pluto retrograde in that 7th house, it's important to pay attention that, the Pluto retrograde can bring issues up from the dead, so to speak. Things that are old and gone and done. A person may not have even been in the relationship when this issue shows up, okay, or when this issue started. This is kind of like going back to childhood, like that, those kinds of things. And this could be, good news for, a person in the relationship actually bringing up negative feelings in the other person. Whether it's jealousy over their achievement, maybe they don't feel like they want to actually go through the adjustment of whatever this big change is. It could be a promotion for the better at work. It could be somebody doing better with their health. It could be somebody becoming more socially popular. It's not bringing out the best in the other. And I'm kind of wondering, okay, well, is this person either threatened by this or made to feel self-conscious by this? Might be something we have to kind of walk through. On Thursday, however, Venus in your sign will be forming a square to Jupiter, currently in your 4th house of home and family. And this is actually a good thing, but we have to be careful about too much of a good thing when we've got Venus square to Jupiter. Typically, when we see Venus square to Jupiter, we see a bit of excess, and this looks like it's actually coming through some kind of good news again on the home front. Whether it's, maybe actually finding the perfect home, but maybe accepting too high a price, getting more space than we really need. This could be a wonderful opportunity for, treating yourselves, spoiling yourselves even when it comes to your family, or even yourself, or a bolster to a home-based business that you have going on. But again, how much is too much? Take all things in moderation, but it does look like this is going to be a wonderful week for you after all, especially on Thursday. But when things start to get a little bit too big to handle all by yourself, maybe you also want to know when to cut back. Don't try and binge. This Jupiter's going to be working over and giving more to your, your home economics, your home-based businesses, all of that kind of stuff, all the way up through the beginning of October. So we don't have to nab this and make it all happen this week, but there is a special treat in it for you. So what is going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do got the card of the Stag. And the Stag is always talking about, understanding pride and being able to have more pride in the things that we do, whether it's the work that we do, the company that we keep, the space that we hold or host for ourselves and for others. The Stag talks about setting, again, when I talk about setting a vibrational standard, the Stag is a wonderful example of that. How we carry ourselves, or again, what the energy we saturate ourselves with in our environment, or again, the friends that we have, do say a lot about our lives. It's like in a video that I made on my Scarlet Moon Magic channel, our environment manifests things on its own, as well as us. And the Stag is talking about a need to pay attention to where, again, more pride, more love, and more energy needs to go into that space, because when you are not doing things actively, it still is. And so it might as well be doing something for you, not against you. The Stag can also talk about a need to, pay attention to where this week, speaking up for yourself, and acknowledging your own goodness, and maybe actually even, boasting it a little bit, is not always going to be conceit. You know, we live in a day and age where, you know, unfortunately people like to do things in extremes only. They don't let wisdom come from the middle. So a person's either got to be super conceited, bordering on egomania, or a person's got to be super humble, you know, bordering on, you know, being mute about their own accomplishments. And there is a healthy middle. And this week, where do you not actually champion your own achievements? Where do you not actually stand up and be proud and actually, you know, wave that flag when you are doing the right thing? It may be wise to actually know when to toot your own horn. You don't have to do it obnoxiously. You certainly don't have to do it in an egotistical way. But it may actually be very important because, you know, that is also a measure of how well you hold yourself. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, you've got the King of Pentacles upright. We're using a different deck. I'm cleansing the other one right now. And the King of Pentacles is actually very, very interesting because it does indicate some help or some kind of breakthrough coming to you as a gift or with the assistance of an Earth sign, a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. And this could actually be a new boss, or this could be somebody who's, you know, giving you a bit of a hookup when it comes to some kind of opportunity for a leg up when it comes to your finances or to your professional life. This could be somebody who's actually going out of their way to either lift you up on the platform that they are on, or somebody who has actually got a way to maybe even bolster the work that you are doing to, again, get it the recognition and perhaps the compensation it really deserves. And so this week, whatever he has to say, most likely he is a king, I want you to take it very seriously, because this may actually be, again, a breakthrough moment, a bit of a godsend for you. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, you've got the Fool card reversed. Looks like somebody's narrow-mindedness may prove to be a bit of an issue this week. Whenever we get the Fool card reversed, we see a person who is just not comfortable coming out of their bubble, out of their echo chamber. You know, and this may actually bring up a bit of a dispute or a debate or an argument, especially when a person is not willing to actually explore anything outside of their comfort zone and their culture. You know, some people put themselves in that terrarium because they need that sense of control, they feel very scared. Some people do it just because they're ignorant and they're afraid to actually, you know, experience something that was not spoon-fed to them. But if this is a friend or a relative, you know, this could also prove to be a bit more troublesome because it may feel like they are actually being judgmental. It may feel like they are actually trying to impede your progress in this area where you feel right at home. It could be this person. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Empress reversed. And we get the Empress reversed. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed. I don't have my contacts in right now. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so when we look at the Queen of Pentacles reversed, it's important to pay attention to where, again, a person really kind of is too comfortable putting, you know, it on other people to satisfy their needs and to maintain their environment, their quality of life, and their whole world for them. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles can indicate somebody who is, by number, is an adult, but is not an adult. You know, when I look at this card, yes, we have another Earth sign, so there's going to be good Earth signs and not so great Earth signs this week. Again, a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, but with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we also have somebody who, again, is sort of pushing it on you to kind of handhold or maybe even carry her through things she needs to be able to do on her own, walking upright. And this can prove to be a challenge because you may feel like this is, you know, this Queen of Pentacles reversed is suddenly becoming a bit of a hindrance. Now, if this is somebody that we do need to kind of reassess, okay, what role on this team or how close can this person be involved or how frequently should this person be involved in this decision-making may be called into question, but you have to be comfortable calling a spade when it comes to this one. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, you do have the Temperance card reversed. And this is basically telling me that this week there may be a bit of a problem on the love front for you and a partner, or you and a crush, where we both can't seem to force things that are incompatible to ever be compatible. Now that might sound terrible in the beginning, you know, especially nowadays where we have, you know, things like, you know, TED Talks and Vogue and all of those things saying that if there's the slightest incompatibility, you're dating a narcissist or a borderline and you need to get out now. That's not necessarily true. With the Temperance card reversed, what I'm looking at, the impression I'm getting is that we've actually are learning a lesson this week about being comfortable with incompatibilities. And this week you may actually need to learn to call it quits when it comes to trying to force a partner to become compatible or become integrated into a part of your life that's meant to be just part of your life. We all need to have lives outside of the relationships to keep the relationship healthy. And, the same could be going for a partner. A partner may be pressuring you. They may be saying, hey, Cancer, it would mean the world to me if you would just go and do this my way, and this is my thing, and I need you here for this. But this isn't about support. This isn't about validation. This isn't about encouragement. This is about conformity. And I think that, this week, there may be some fights that come up over whether or not we're talking about, support versus conformity. Loyalty versus consensus. And there's a big difference when it comes to those things. And if we learn to actually just be comfortable with incompatibilities, realize it's not a blotch on the relationship's record or anything to jump off a bridge about, we're going to have a good relationship anyway. And I think we'll get along just fine. So that is your horoscope, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.